Coming up on CityView, tunnel project. The city breaks ground on a major flood control project in downtown Austin. Energy-efficient lighting will tell you why CFLs are reducing energy use. And city volunteers. Our city manager walks the talk when it comes to volunteering in local schools. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Those stories and more, but first, city officials have begun crafting next fiscal year's budget and need your help identifying what the community values as the most important city services. Austin residents will have the opportunity to share their feedback at some 30 public meetings in May and June. For more information on the budget process and to view the meeting schedule, visit austintexas.gov/budget. A major flood control project is underway in downtown Austin. Community leaders recently held a groundbreaking ceremony for the long-anticipated Waller Creek Tunnel project. When complete, the tunnel will extend a mile long and is designed to minimize flooding along the urban creek. It is expected to remove 28 acres of downtown land from the 100-year floodplain.
The waters which are stagnant right now in the creek will turn and be replaced by a constant flow creek, because it not only prohibits flooding, it ensures that there's a flow during dry times like today by recirculating the water from Lady Bird Lake. Erosion will be kept in check. That's very important, and these improvements will serve as a catalyst for truly reintegrating Waller into the lifeblood of our community.
The Waller Creek Tunnel will be constructed over the next 3 years and will run from the UT campus through downtown and all the way to Lady Bird Lake. This project is expected to open up new space for future land use development along the creek. And now it's time for a City Council update.
Council is moving forward with 2 different companies to provide single-stream recycling services. Council agreed to provide 60% of the services for the next 3 years to Balcones Resources. Council also directed staff to finalize negotiations with Texas Disposal Systems for the remaining 40% of the services. A final service schedule is expected to return to Council on April 28th. Council also awarded a $60,000 contract to Pure Technologies US Inc. The company will provide leak detection service to Austin Water Utility. Pure Technologies' unique technology allows them to locate leaks without needing to shut down the pipeline, which should make the process easier and safer. Council approved 3 more years of funding on a contract for language interpretation services at Municipal Court. The languages include Spanish and other Romance languages, along with Russian, Urdu, Chinese, Korean, and Vietnamese. And Council accepted a $70,000 grant to implement a program that will provide assistance to female victims of human trafficking and sexual assault. The funds will also allow for the purchase of equipment and supplies for addressing human trafficking crimes. In all, Council considered 63 items at its April 21st meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be April 28th at Crockett High School. For CityView, I'm Larry Schooler.
Election day is fast approaching, and City of Austin voters will soon choose their favorite candidates for 3 City Council seats. Our CityView's Renee Tejas joins us from a local polling place to explain what types of identification are acceptable to cast your vote. Renee.
Well, hi, Leslie. We're all really busy people, and let's say it's election day or even during the early voting period, and you pass a polling place like this one at the Travis County Clerk's office. As you pull into the parking lot and park your car, get out of your car and realize that you don't have your voter certificate on you. So just what documents might you have on you that will allow you to cast that all-important vote? Well, I have my driver's license on me because I was driving. The law says that's usable. And luckily I had just gone to the post office, so I have some mail on me. The law says that mail from a U.S. government agency like the Texas Comptroller is legal, as well as a utility bill. Now, both of these would need to have my name and address printed on them. Now let's take a look at this graphic that will tell you what you're able to use. In addition to your driver's license, you can show a personal identification card issued to you by the Department of Public Safety or a similar document issued by an agency of another state, regardless of whether the license or card has expired. A form of identification containing your photograph that establishes your identity, a birth certificate, a United States citizen's paper issued to you, a United States passport, official mail addressed to you by name from a government entity, or a current copy of a utility bill, bank statement, government check, or paycheck. Now, your vote is particularly important. That's because in the last council election in 2009, only 13% of registered voters actually cast their vote. Early voting begins May 2nd and ends May 10th. Election day is Saturday, May 14th. For CityView, I'm Renee Tejas. Leslie, back to you.
Thanks for that report, Renee. We'd like to point out that your voter registration card is still the best option, as you will be required to sign an affidavit if you use another form of identification. Finally, if you have misplaced your voter card, you can contact your county voter registrar to request a replacement. For more information on this year's City Council candidates, visit youtube.com/AustinTexasGov. Moving on to volunteerism in our community, more than 400 City of Austin employees donate their time to work with students in the Austin Independent School District. The city's Mentor and Tutor program is championed by City Manager Mark Ott, who takes time out of his own busy schedule to mentor young students.
Hi, I'm City Manager Mark Ott, and I'm proud to say that I am a mentor. If it weren't for the adults who took an interest in me as a young man, I wouldn't be who I am today. I believe we all have a responsibility to share our gifts and guidance with the next generation. It's been proven that mentoring and tutoring at-risk youth not only improves academic performance, it improves self-confidence, social skills, and perhaps most importantly, it helps young people develop a positive outlook on their own abilities and their future. In just an hour each week, you can be sure that you're making a lasting impact on someone who needs positive adult role models. You might not see it right away, but I'm living proof that it does make a difference. Since I've been here, we have made tutoring and mentoring a priority. There's no more rewarding way to invest such a small amount of your time. So please, consider becoming a mentor or tutor today. It's a meaningful investment in our children and the city we love.
Visit cityofAustin.org/volunteers to learn how you too can make a difference in our community. And finally, the city's Green Building program wants you to save energy by using compact fluorescent light bulbs. Here's an in-depth look at how they work, and better yet, how they can save you money.
Like all Austin Energy Green Building projects, this one features lighting that is at least 15% more efficient than required by the Energy Code. But that doesn't mean 15% harder on the eyes. Some folks think efficient lighting only has two settings, morgue and public restroom. But these days, you can easily find dimmable, efficient lamps that give beautiful light. You might also be wondering about the environmental friendliness of compact fluorescent lamps, or CFLs. Everyone knows CFLs use less energy than incandescent lights, but don't they contain mercury? Well, they do. But as it turns out, electricity from coal-fired power plants is the main source of mercury emissions in the U.S. A CFL uses just 1/4 the energy of a regular light bulb, so CFLs actually prevent mercury from entering the environment. The EPA estimates that each bulb you change saves about $30 over the life of the bulb. So no more excuses. Take the plunge and change out your light bulbs.
And that's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Leslie Sopko. Our next episode premieres Friday, May 13th. Thanks for watching.